Hi everyone, welcome back to Harp and Guitar, People in Music. Thanks for joining me here once again today for another episode of Whiskey's Blues Gumbo, the show where we take weird or strange sounding blues words or phrases and try to figure out what they mean and what they're talking about. And today I want to talk about riding the blinds. This is sort of a strange term, riding the blinds. What do they mean by riding the blinds? Well, generally this term, we hear it a lot in blues songs that talk about trains. That there's a lot of blues artists that seem to be obsessed about trains, and almost all of their songs, all of their recordings, all of their repertoire had to do with trains, riding trains, hopping on trains, hoboing across the country on trains. And they very often make mention of riding the blinds. Now, riding the blinds was where they would hop a freight train, or even in some cases a passenger train, and they would hop on the train and ride it for free. And the blinds were the spaces in between the connecting rail cars, where you would have one car that latched onto another rail car. And that space in between them and sort of underneath the mechanism that locked one rail car onto another was known as the blinds. And they were basically known as the blinds because as the train would pass through a train station or pass through a train yard or a rail yard, and they were loading and unloading cargo from the boxcars or connecting or disconnecting rail cars or boxcars from the train, there were spots that hobos or the bluesmen or these traveling entertainers could hide and not be detected, and they could sort of make their way across the country, or from one town to another town, or from one region of the country to another region of the country, just by riding the trains and not having to pay for it. So they would ride the blinds or hide out in these blind spots or these hidden areas on the trains or in between boxcars, and they could pass through train stations and basically go undetected, until the authorities, of course, caught on to this and they started checking it a little bit more carefully and actually putting up different screens and different obstacles to be able to prevent people from riding the blinds. But initially, that's what riding the blinds was hiding out on the train and basically hopping a train and hoboing from city to city or town to town on the trains. So when you hear a bluesman sing about or make mention of riding the blinds, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about hopping freight trains, getting a free ride. And hey, why not? I mean, these guys didn't make a lot of money when they were traveling around and performing from juke joints to juke joints in these small towns and these rural areas. So what little money they had went basically to food and maybe buying new guitar strings and, putting some clothes on their back. These guys didn't want to pay for their travels. So if they could get away with traveling for free from one place to another, that's what they did. And more often than not, they did so by riding the blinds. So there you have it. Another quick and dirty but easy one here today at Harp and Guitar and Whiskey's Blues Gumbo. So of course, as always, if you haven't already, please like and share. And if you have any questions or if you've heard of any strange phrases or words that you want to know, of course, let us know down in the comments section. Drop us a line and we will figure it out together. In the meantime, look forward to seeing you again here real soon. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again soon. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.